gonna get my sticks. The mic is live and clear for you and all to hear. Knockem dead. Knockem dead. Comedy show.
They suck. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. It's Monday the 21st. 21st. It's the Knockem Dead Comedy Show right here at govsradio.com, home of Governor's Comedy Club, the world-famous Governor's Comedy Club, where all the biggest names in comedy pass through. They all passed. They didn't pass on. They passed through. Well, some of them pass on. But we're all here. And we're happy to be here, and we thank you for joining us this morning. Eric is not here. He never, what was it, Thursday or Friday here on the show? He said he may have plans with his brother for his birthday. Not Kenny the weird one.
The one that
the other
cannot
weird
be
one.
named.
Oh.
Voldemort.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. I almost said it. I was about to say, Chris.
Even though Eric's
Oh,
not
my
here,
goodness.
I feel like saying, good morning, good morning. Do, 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 do. Now I feel like Eric's here.
Oh, does he do that? I
Well,
don't listen to
you
that.
know, I don't think he do-do-doots, but...
You don't think he do-do-doots? I
No.
do-do-do twice
I have
this morning.
since it's just like you for now, I have my microphone here instead of, I usually sit like this. So it feels really
Well,
weird.
yeah, but I'm this way. So, like,
So, oh, you know what?
we're on like a covert operation where we can't
Yeah,
be seen talking
we
to
should
each
look
other.
like we're just mad at each other, and then I'll keep it like this, and we'll just be like this. How's that?
And that's exactly what she sounds like when she's mad. So Eric, if you recall, I think it was either Thursday or Friday, Eric was saying he may not be here. He never told us for sure what he was doing. What you guys saw that day was the last we discussed it with him. So, but I guess he's not coming since it's after 11 and he's not here. So I guess he went out with his brother. They went to go shoot guns.
Now Voldemort's going to be mad.
About what?
Is he?
About
I don't
what?
know. I don't know. I just think he's like more of a private brother. He doesn't like anyone to know anything that he does. And he,
Oh, I can't say that they're going to
I'm
shoot
just
guns?
a little more cautious with Voldemort. And I really like him. He's very different.
You don't really like him?
No, I really like him.
Oh. I thought you said you don't really like him.
Yeah. No, there's what's not to like. He's great.
All right. Well, he doesn't. He has two legs, you know. So calm down.
I know. Well, I don't
Well,
like
he
him.
has
I
facial
don't like
hair,
him in
like
that
me.
way.
Oh.
Yeah. Just because of the two-leg thing.
And he never told us about his knighthood. Eric.
Oh, I thought you meant Voldemort got that too. Yeah. No, he did a little bit.
He did? What did he say?
He just said that it was, interesting. Now he feels like a part of it. He thought it was like a nice thing. Like he didn't have too much to say about it. It was like, 12 seconds.
All right. So I go back to what I said. He didn't say anything about it. Hope everybody had a great weekend. Tell us what your weekend was like. You know what? I'm not even looking at the comments or anything. I should go on.
Yeah, I'm still like sharing.
Still like sharing. She's not sharing. She's like sharing.
I'm almost like done sharing.
There's a picture. Is that a picture or a video? Oh, maybe. All right. I'm going to see if I can. And Andrew Plajonis posted a video from his...
Plajanos.
What did I say?
Plajonos.
Plajanos.
It's Plajanos.
I'm going to see if I can get this thing on the screen. He posted a video of himself from the other night performing at the loading dock. Of course I'm having trouble.
Oh, so Jeff Bosey's watching. We saw him this weekend at White Post Farm.
Thank you, Jeff, for coming by.
He said it was amazing seeing you guys this past weekend. Yeah, he brought his wife and family.
Are we on? Oh, there we are.
Yeah.
There it is. Okay. Nice poster says, Felix, thank you, sir. It was amazing seeing you guys this past weekend. Yeah, Jeff Bosey was nice enough to come by White Post Farms with his family. Darren Dillon stopped by with his family. You didn't see him, though,
I didn't see
did you?
Darren, but, I was rushing around. Like, you're planted. You're kind of up front. I mean, you kind of venture here and there through the pumpkin patch and, back to grab a cookie, but you're pretty much like right
What?
there. Yeah. Well, except this weekend you actually took a golf cart trip, but I run back and forth from like the back field to the kitchen to. There's this huge freezer that holds like all the ice cream. That's like a whole different location far away. So I'm like running around all over the place. So I could, and that's what's sad. Like sometimes I miss people that are coming by because if you go back there with like little kids at White Post and they're playing on the bouncers, they'll hang for a while. But other than that, visitors will just do like a quick scan in the area, maybe grab something to eat, and then they take back off. So sometimes I miss people.
What'd you say?
Okay, I think you're going to be here by yourself today.
Yeah, I got all sorts of stuff going on here. Let's see. So not only was Eric, we didn't know about Eric. So I'll get back to the White Post in a second. Not only did we not know about Eric, but we were also supposed to have a guest today. But I don't know what happened to that.
You confirmed it, and they did not respond back with the confirmation, so you're not even sure if they're going to be here.
That's correct. That is correct.
See, that's what it's like when we listen to each other. We kind of repeat back when we're talking.
And now I'm talking. Carl Wooden, our friend Carl Wooden, is texting us. He's going to call in.
Oh, okay.
At around noon.
That'd be great.
He attended our friend Elio Pace. He attended Elio's concert the other night.
Oh, nice.
The first night of his new tour.
That's awesome. Yeah, that'd be fun.
So we're going to speak to him on the phone and hear all about it. Elio's manager, Pete Jenkins, he offered to call in as well. I don't know if he is. Yeah, there's a lot of weirdness here today. All right. I was going to get back to White Post, but maybe you guys can fill me in here. What is the deal with Dallas? What happened? They had a really bad tornado?
Yeah, they had tornadoes.
How bad? I don't know anything about it.
I didn't know that they had one where it was dangerous. I just saw really quickly that there was tornadoes in Dallas. I didn't hear if that, tornadoes happen all the time.
So you don't know either what's going on?
Didn't you see one at White Post last weekend? So, they happen kind of all the time.
No, but I think they had a really
bad one.
Yeah.
Yeah, fill us in if anyone knows about.
Ken Pichelle, he's off to work, running errands today, but he'll try to pop on, and of course we'll watch back later. Thank you, Ken. Quinn is watching from Canada. Yeah, who knows who's up on what happened over there in Dallas with the tornado? Fill us in. I don't know what happened. I really didn't hit social media much this morning, so I don't really know what was going on.
So I'll look it up because I get like a CNN report every day. So
oh, could you? That'd be great.
A powerful tornado churned through northern Dallas and left more than 100,000 without power.
100,000 without power. Okay. Hello, Zestos.
Police went door to door in the area of Dallas Monday morning searching for people who have been trapped in their home after the tornado.
Trapped in the, why? Was there really mass destruction or something? Trapped in their home?
Well,
without power.
Yeah, or maybe, you never know if like a bookcase falls on someone, that type of thing. You have to do that with earthquakes too. Like sometimes it's not the actual earthquake that kills someone. It's like things falling and hitting them and they can't get out of it.
I've fallen and I can't get up.
Fallen, I can't get up. Ripped trees and snapped utility poles. Well, it doesn't sound like many people were injured. It's just talking about. So hopefully it wasn't all that bad.
No reported injuries or fatalities?
No, they're just talking about, no service and stuff. It touched down around 9:30 Sunday evening. 3 people were transported to a local hospital with storm-related injuries that were not life-threatening. Well, that's good. Power and, your stuff getting knocked around is bad, but at least no one was killed.
Robert Shapiro says the tornado destroyed Home Depot plus a couple of homes.
Uh-oh.
Not the Home Depot.
Yeah, that sucks when your Home Depot gets crashed.
15 miles from the Dallas football game. Too bad it didn't take the team. No, I'm kidding. All right, but 100 people out of power, that actually... Oh, yeah, well, Jeff Bosey makes a point. He wonders if Mark White is okay. Well, Mark is in Houston, which is not close to Dallas, right?
No. Mm-mm.
Right.
No.
I don't
Especially
know
for
Texas.
a tornado. Like, the thing about a tornado is it's just like...
It's isolated.
Like, one house could be taken away, and the other house, the flowers aren't even disturbed. Like, it's so
Right.
weird.
Well, right. That is, Sallie was making a joke, but that is, I heard big damage to Home Depot, possibly reduced to rubble. Wow. That's weird. You mentioned the tornado. We saw like a little tornado thing at White Post the other day, because we're out there on the
pumpkin
the
patch.
field, the big farm. We're in the middle of the field there with the pumpkins, and your son was a witness. Thank goodness, I wasn't the only one.
You think we wouldn't believe you?
There was you ever see sometimes people post it on YouTube. It's like it's like a little tiny tornado. It's 6 feet high, and it's it really doesn't do any destruction or anything. It's just like this little mini tornado. We had one at White Post last week.
Yeah, last week. It wasn't this week.
It was and it was weird. It started right in the middle of the pumpkin patch, and this kid was kind of standing right almost in the middle of it, and this woman came running over, pulled the kid. People actually went scurrying.
Because you don't know if it's going to get bigger. I mean, obviously
right.
on Long Island it probably isn't going to get all that big, but
Right.
it starts from somewhere.
True.
It just doesn't pop up.
And we all just kind of stood there. It stayed in one spot for maybe 5 seconds, and then it traveled. It traveled east, I think it was. I think it was east. And it traveled maybe 30, 40 feet, and then, before it died off. But it was still just cool to see. And everybody, all of us, right in the middle of this field. So we're talking hundreds of people. We all just stopped what we were doing and just kind of stood there.
And had Kevin just happened to be on break or something, or was he grabbing supplies?
No, he happened to be on break. He was hanging out by me.
Yeah.
And, we both kind of spotted it. And Andrew brings up a good point. Mark said he's in Florida until November. That's right. He's in Florida rehearsing with Amy Hersey. Hersey.
Yeah.
Hershey without the second H.
Yeah.
Sure. So Mark is safe. Andrew, how was loading dock? I was trying to post a video here, but I couldn't sync it up to the TV. I probably could with that. 150 mile per hour winds. All right, but 100,000 without power, believe it or not, is not. That's not as catastrophic as people may think.
Yeah, you would know because you used to work for the phone company, so.
Because
what is that? A few towns or something?
No, that's my point. It's maybe it's maybe 3 towns or something. It's not that bad.
Yeah,
and it's not everybody in a town because everybody's on different grids and whatnot.
Oh,
you have to remember each transformer powers many houses.
Optimum Prime.
What?
Oh, you said transformer.
Oh my goodness.
Bumblebee.
Shut up. So just to replace, a few transformers, it's, they can get 100,000 people up and running within a day or two, I would think. Home Depot in Dallas now. How will they? Oh, no Home Depot in Dallas now. How will they buy their snow shovels and their 5/8 wrench? I know it. Oh my God, not the Home Depot. It's not food.
Well, the irony of, needing to repair your home after a tornado, and then what the hell? Now you can't even go to Home Depot and get stuff.
Well, I'm going to take a wild guess here and say you can drive outside of Dallas and get your supplies. I mean,
but you wouldn't get a Dunkin' Donuts and a coffee like Home Depot has, right in their little area.
Well, you could go to a Home Depot in another town. Amy Hersey posted a video of Mark White unicycling this weekend. I did not see that.
What is that bozo doing?
Oh, I got to see
he got
this.
He got a unicycle.
I did not see that. Ken Pichelle, how was... Ken Pichelle went to a Lords of 52nd Street show.
Oh, where? Oh, down in North Carolina?
Down by him, yeah.
So how is Mark White? Why did he come up with the grand idea of... Because, he's no 20-year-old. So he's going to hurt his... bass playing arm. What's he doing?
I did not see it. I need to see this thing.
Because you got to fall on that thing 1,000 times before you get the hang of it.
There's a bunch of pictures of him playing bass. Let's see. Where'd you see this photo?
I didn't see the video. I just saw I saw a picture of a unicycle.
I don't see it anywhere.
He said he used to be a big bike rider, so maybe he can not hurt himself, but I doubt it.
All right, so I'm trying to go through Mark White's Facebook page, and of course all these political posts.
Andy said the
Blah,
loading
blah,
dock
blah,
was
blah, blah.
Tuesday. I had a Halloween show where I was Dracula and debuted the puppet I made. Okay.
So you did a puppet comedy show?
Yeah, I didn't see a video, but
That's what he said. Posted a video of Mark on a unicycle. I'm wondering if Mark made her take it down. I don't see it.
I feel weird
wait a minute. I see a
staring
picture.
this way still.
What's the matter?
I feel weird staring this way.
Sorry.
Feels odd.
I see a picture. Mark posted a picture of a unicycle, and he said he's having a midlife crisis.
Yeah, that's when I saw.
Oh, that's it?
That's all I saw was that one picture. But someone said there was a video.
That's what Ken said, but I don't see it. I don't see it. Whoops.
So it rained on us yesterday at White Post. That was annoying.
Let me tell you. Let's see here. Posted a video of Mark unicycling. I don't see it. For some odd reason, I would love to jump in the middle of one of those mini tornadoes just for the experience. Because you can't go across the street to the Lowe's. Exactly. Maybe it wasn't a tornado. Maybe Lowe's took out the Home Depot. It's like a Hatfields and McCoy's thing.
Yep.
Let me tell you, man, there is nothing more boring than sitting at a big outdoor fall festival when it rains.
Yeah. No one's listening. They're just trying to get their sweatshirts
horrible.
over their head.
Right.
Some of them are running home.
Leaving, right. I mean, but you guys made out because Mark says calm down. What do you mean calm down? What happened, Mark? Did you get mad at Amy and you said, "Hey, get rid of that video of me unicycling"? Because we have our people here. I didn't make her, you doofus.
Hey, Captain Jack.
Oh, it sounds like you did. Sounds like you did, Mark. Yo, doofus, take that stupid ass video of me unicycling down before I smack you with my bass.
That's what you think you said?
If you post that video of me riding a unicycle, I will smack you with my bass guitar and not go to Europe now.
Oh, that was good. Yeah,
Thank you very much.
Pulled it out at the end. Yeah,
yeah?
I was a little worried for you at first.
Yeah?
Yeah, it was good.
Thank you very much.
So yeah, White Post and rain.
But you guys,
blows.
you made out, though. Your lazy son, and my son got out early because it was raining and there wasn't anything to do, so they were sending people home.
We usually stay till 6, and we got out at 3:30. We left.
Got it made. What a life.
And you had to stand there in the rain and tell people where the pumpkin patch was.
I had to stand there in the rain and tell people where the pumpkin patch was.
Yeah, that sucked.
I was pretty wet. Mm-hmm. My sneakers were soaking wet.
Yeah.
Which is why I'm wearing an old pair of uncomfortable sneakers this morning. Oh. Yeah, it was. I was bored out of my skull.
Yeah.
Thank God.
How'd you get out even earlier? Because you got out at like 5. You were supposed to stay till 6. Because everyone left. Is that why? Or you just couldn't bear it anymore in the rain?
No, they. It started. What happened was it rained around 1:30. It was just a steady drizzle. It wasn't that bad, and it ended around 2. But then, like you said, by 3 o'clock it was. Well, just this little drizzle in itself made a bunch of people leave. There were still some people coming in, but it wasn't that crazy. But then around 2:30, 3 o'clock, it started coming down again. But then by 4...
Oh, yeah, you must have been miserable from 4 to 5. You must have been miserable.
Well, yeah, but a little after 4, it really started to empty out.
Yeah.
And Rich Walker, great comedian who's here at Governor's a lot, he works there too. He does a show there.
But they said that all the shows had to stay on.
Well, right. The shows are on.
Okay.
And Rich had a show at 4:30, and there was nobody. There was nobody watching a show. They did the show anyway. There was nobody watching. me and another guy from one of the other shows, we actually walked over and were cheering because
Yeah,
we had nothing to do.
That just had to be awful to do a show for 3 people.
And
But good for them for doing it. You know?
Well, they were told to, yeah. And the show must go on. But while they were performing, we got the message from the powers that be that the shows that were playing at 4:30, that's it. No more shows after that. And then,
Oh, the acrobatic act is like 5. I'm sure they don't want
right.
this
That's
girl,
there were
like,
more
flying
shows
in the air in the rain.
But so many, it had started. The rain had started to pick up, and again, just any side of rain kills it. Nobody's coming out. So I would say by 4:30, 4:45, there were literally. I mean, we're talking a farm. A farm. And this is a festival. We're talking maybe 60 people in the whole place.
Yeah, and usually there's 100 people in the pumpkin patch alone.
Oh,
so easy,
no.
right?
I would say 2 to 3 easy.
Yeah.
It was nothing. So so they were really shutting down. You saw people, again, 60 people maybe in the whole place, and even some of them were leaving. So it was, it was really nothing to it. So at 5:00. Once I saw the shows were canceled, even the wagon ride driver, the guy that gives wagon rides around the farm, he packed it up.
Yeah.
He had nobody else waiting for him, and he stuck around a few minutes to see if anybody would come. I saw him leaving
when the corn place closed. I was like, yeah, this is
the corn
awful.
place though. They could have. I believe they could have gotten more, but they actually did sell out.
Really? They ran out of corn.
Yeah, but they could have gotten more.
That's how I felt with the kettle corn because they came back there and they said there's 2 other restaurants back there besides me and Kevin doing kettle corn. And so they were both closing up. But the funny thing is towards the end of every day, I'm like the place that's slammed back there. Like no one at 5:00 is thinking to themselves, I want.
Sallie gets slammed at the festival.
I do.
That's an attraction for all you guys out there. You can come to the festival and
Slammy.
See Sallie get slammed. It's called Slamming Sallie.
But so I said, I was like, I don't mind staying open. You want me to stay open? Because people, even in
want
the
me
rain.
To stay open?
Shut up.
So you can slam me.
So you could slam me. Ay. So I said, I don't mind staying open because
a lot of people think they're going for salami. And they see, no, it's just.
God.
Slam
Stop. They'll run over and
who got run over?
They were I actually moved my cart over underneath the canopy a little bit more, so people were using my canopy to get out of the rain, and they were buying kettle corn that way too. And so I probably should have stayed open, but anyway, me and Kevin skedaddled. It was a boring day anyway. It just seemed like nothing really fun happened that day.
It was nice and busy in the morning. It was nice. It was really busy in the morning.
I was busy, but there wasn't anything that
But once that rain came, I just took it upon myself. At 5:00, I'm like, all right, I'm done.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
I'm out of here.
Well,
So
and
I
that's
left.
just it. So it's 3:00. Me and Kevin are cleaning up, and he goes, are we gonna have to stay and wait for? Because we carpool, Tony drives us all. So he said, are we gonna have to stay till 6, or are they gonna let Tony go? I'm like, I don't know. And he's like, well, do you think that you could drive me home? Use Tony's car and drive me home. So I was like, no, we can hang out for an hour and a half or however long it takes him to finish. And he's like, and then he says to me this, he goes, well, it's just, I have a lot of homework to do. And I fell for it. I'm like, oh, okay. So I scoop Kevin up. Kevin runs and grabs Zach, and I take them both home with the understanding that I'm going to take them home. Kevin's going to do homework instead of waiting around until 6, and then I'm just going to drive. And it's a 20-25-minute drive, wouldn't you say, from the house?
Yes, I would say that.
Yeah, so here I am going back and forth and back and forth. And before I leave to get Tony, I think, was I home another hour or something? Probably, right? Was I home another hour before?
Well, you left at 3:30.
Yeah.
And then I left at 5.
Yeah. So the whole entire time that Kevin's home, he's just screwing around with Sam and Zach.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That son of a
I know.
bitch.
And I was like, at one point, I was like, are you going to do your homework? He's like, yeah, I'm going to relax a bit and then I'll do it later. I'm like, I actually drove you home just so you could do homework. He's like, oh.
I'm going to punch that kid in the face.
I'm just going to kill him.
Yeah.
Yeah, the only thing funny that I saw happen was this lady comes up and she's asking for, what are you doing there?
I'm just playing some music in the background.
Okay.
What?
Well, I was just going to say something.
So go ahead.
Okay. You want to play this?
No, I'm just playing in the background.
Okay. I can't do both for some reason. I can't hear.
We used to do this every day.
I know. I can't do it. But anyway, so this lady comes up to the kettle corn area and she's asking for little plastic cups because she wants to. It's a big bag of kettle corn, so she wants to separate it for her kids.
Mark White is complaining he's bored.
So he wants she wants cups. So she comes up and I'm in the back scooping up the kettle corn and she's talking to Kevin and she's like she's saying cups over and over again and Kevin goes, but she's not saying cups, she's going cobs. And I know what she means. So I'm like, Kevin, she just wants some cups. So then she looks at me and she goes, did I ask for the police again? So I don't know what country she was from, but I just thought it was funny. Because that's what it sounded like. She's like, cops. And Kevin's like, I don't know what you mean.
I do have some complaints from my weekend at White Post Farms.
Okay.
You parents out there with your little kids, it's amazing to me how people can be. Some people are just so mean and rude.
Like when someone says a story and then the other person just talks about something else and doesn't say anything about it.
I was complaining to Mark White. What?
Okay.
Well,
I have conversation and then you just you're either looking in your thing and you're talking about something else, you start something brand new.
I'm not starting. I'm still talking about White Post. What are you talking about?
Okay, but you have nothing to say about the cop story or something.
So she thought it was the police.
There you go.
There
you go. Little give and take here.
We were talking White Post stories, so I was just sharing more White Post stories.
Okay.
Well, I'm looking at stuff, trying to plan ahead.
I know, but it's all morning long you've been doing that, so I just thought I'd
That's what I do every day. I'm trying to plan ahead to see what we're doing here.
Oh, are you being attentive now?
Oh, is that what I'm doing?
That's good.
Oh.
Yeah.
I get mad because at people at White Post, how they can be so disrespectful at times.
Like what?
I don't know, just the way, they let their kids destroy pumpkins. I mean, people are, you got to pay for those things.
Oh, did we tell them about what happened last week with that? The destroying the pumpkins?
I don't know what we're talking about.
When we were leaving the...
go ahead.
Yeah. So here I am adding to a story you just told.
Oh, is that what you're doing?
Continuing on to something
No,
else
I believe I was in the middle of
doing.
one, but you're now just starting your own. I believe that's what you're doing.
Okay, but this is good.
Oh, sure.
So we were leaving last week, and all of a sudden we get... Who was it? A parent who said something? Someone said some kids are throwing pumpkins around.
Correct.
And they were sitting in this jungle gym thing that they have for the kids, but they were grabbing pumpkins from the pumpkin patch, bringing them to the roof of this thing, and tossing them down on the ground. And the mother was actually sitting right there watching the whole thing. To your point.
Yes.
Yeah. Did you have another story with?
Where were they throwing them from?
What do you call that thing?
It's like a little town, like a little play, like miniature houses, and the kids can run around and stuff.
Yeah, but they can go up quite a few levels.
Is there?
Yeah, because they got that. I mean, Zach, it's tall enough so that when Zach was getting down one pumpkin to save the day, his hands were, he's almost 6 foot, so his hands were like this. So that's how it's over 6 feet tall.
Oh, are they? Yeah, some of
Yeah.
those houses are that tall?
Yeah.
Oh.
So I had to go over there and like yell at the kids.
Did you yell? You went over and yelled at some kids?
Yeah, because the security. So you went to go get the security guard.
I did.
And I just mothered and just went straight the hell over there. And like, you're like, oh, let me go be a professional and get a security guard to help the situation. And I was like, yeah, let me at them. So I ran to the kids, and Zach and Kevin followed me. And I saw like the next one about to be like thrown off the thing. So I said, I was like, whoa. And
whoa.
And he
That's what you
stopped.
said? That's scary.
So then I said, what are you doing with the pumpkins? And he goes, nothing. And I go, okay, well, can you bring the pumpkins down? And then all of a sudden this lady comes over and she goes, oh, what are you doing? I go, is that your child? She goes, yes, it is. I go, are you going to buy that pumpkin? And she
really?
goes,
You said that?
yeah. She goes, no. And I go, well, is it okay with you if we help him get that down so we can put it back in the pumpkin patch? And she was like, yeah, we don't know how it got up there. And I go, I'm pretty sure we know how it got up there.
What's the difference how it got up there? He's got it now and he's about to throw it, you moron.
Yeah, and it's funny because like Kevin reminded me that he had a problem with that same exact kid at kettle corn like earlier in that day where he kept trying to like run by the kettle corn machine.
Oh, really?
But you saw kids crashing pumpkins yesterday?
Well, it's every day. Kids are always just in the pumpkin patch themselves, just throwing or kicking one. I did see a father, I think it was last week, he cracked one open and then he put, like the top of it like on his head like a helmet. What are you doing, man? People, you got to pay for these things, and then people got to clean up your mess. But not that. But where I stand, I have a little stage as I greet everybody, and it's a little stage, and there's like a painted background of like a farm and stuff. And people are in there all day taking pictures and stuff. But they're constantly moving the hay, moving the pumpkins. They bring pumpkins in, to make it, for an atmosphere.
And it's your space.
And then they walk away.
Yeah.
It's annoying. It's annoying, and it just, I don't know, it kills me how people just don't care. They just do things like that, and then they just leave it. Well, I did see where Rich Walker's show is. Rich is part of a show. It's like a 20-minute show. It's a scripted show for kids, and there's Rich does it with Kellyanne and Joe from White Post, and they do their show. And again, it's like a real show, the nice stage with, sets and, props, and they're in costume and microphones. And, it's an outdoor event, the whole
singing
festival.
and dancing.
So they have a little shack about maybe 20 feet away from the stage where the sound guy sits. Mike Epstein from Dare Studios. Vote for Dare Studios for Best of Long Island. And he works the sound in there. So yesterday, in between shows... again, it's raining. There's a kid on the roof of this thing.
It's pretty tall. I know the roof that you're talking about.
Oh,
it's a
yeah,
pretty
of course.
tall roof.
So Mike Epstein goes running out there, and a security guard comes running at the same time, and there are the parents just standing there smiling. They're like, is that your kid? And he's like, yeah. He's like, you really, shouldn't be up there. Like, these people had to be told to get their kid down.
Yeah.
It was...
Well, what about the adult who came up to me yesterday when I was standing on stage with you, and he goes, that pumpkin that's on the stage, do you have to pay for that? And I go, what do you mean? He's like, well, can I take that with me? I go, well, you could take it with you if you like this pumpkin, you could take that. And he goes, no, like, do they keep track? Like would they charge me for this pumpkin here? I'm like, yeah, like, I'm not going to try to like help you steal a pumpkin.
That's crazy. Angel Plagianos, I used to work at Harbs out east. I hated watching people let their kids stomp on pumpkins, throw them in the littering. Yeah. Derek says, I feel like every time Sallie says the word pumpkin or kettle corn, she gets $1. Gina, when I worked the Javits Center boat show in the city, the kids are running crazy and breaking things off the boats. Parents don't do a thing. That's incredible to me. It really is incredible. We had a lady on Saturday. She came over to me. She said, I was wondering if you can tell, she had a name. I forget what the kid's name was, but I was wondering if you could tell Sallie, if you could call for Sallie on your mic, because I'm waiting for Sallie and I want to go home. I said, oh, okay, so it's not a missing kid, because we have missing kids.
Yeah.
Usually happens maybe once or twice a day. It's a big place. People get separated. It's no big deal. You know, within 2 minutes, everybody's reunited. It's
Yeah,
no
the place
big deal.
is pretty much
It's
locked
huge.
down.
Yeah. And they do a great job with that. They lock the gates. They make sure, you know, there's no way somebody can leave if they, you know, God forbid,
really
grab
do a
the
lot
kid.
of things right.
Yeah. So it's really just, again, it's a big place, tons of people, thousands of people walking. So they just get separated. So I asked the lady, so, is it a kid? And she just seemed so calm. So I thought she just wanted to make an announcement to her, you know, 30-year-old daughter, hey, let's go. Which
Right.
I would have gladly done because, you know, it's funny. But so I go, so is this is your daughter? She goes, yeah. She goes, I want to go home. I'm like, older lady. And I said, okay, you want to go home? I said, I'll call her. So I said, you know, Nancy, Sallie, whatever the name was, if you're out there, you know, we have this lady here. She wants to go home. So I turned to her. You know, at first I had to laugh with it. You know, she wants to go home. But then I just turned to her again because she's just standing there. I go, just out of curiosity, how old is this kid? She goes, I go, how old is your daughter? She goes, it's not my daughter. I said, oh. I go, what is it? She goes, grandkid. So now I'm starting to feel like this could be a problem. So I go, do I need to call security? She goes, no. I just want her to come up here so we can leave. I go, okay. So I announce it again. Sallie, if you're out there, you know, Grandma here wants to go home. Sure enough, security guard comes walking up. Are you missing a child? She goes, no, I just want my granddaughter up here so I can go home. She goes, okay, how old's your granddaughter? 12. So I said to her, 12-year-old doesn't constitute as a missing child? She goes, no, I just want to go home. So me and the security guard just kind of looked at each other like, what the hell? But, you know, he just took it upon himself. He got all the security guards involved. They all went looking for this girl, and we, you know, eventually found her. But she really didn't, like, there was no urgency in this woman. She didn't, even when they found her, it wasn't like.
Well, 12-year-olds can do whatever they want to do, right? Because I see them walking around all through the back fields. Like, because that's what happens. Like, I see a lot of kids by themselves in the back area where I work because the parents don't feel like walking all the way back there. So, I mean, a lot of parents do, but a lot of them will stay kind of up where you are. And, you know, the younger kids want to go run to the bouncers and they want to walk around the field by themselves. And 12-year-olds you see alone all the time.
But you still keep tabs. You know, these days especially, I think a lot of 12-year-olds have phones.
Yeah.
Send a text. Like, this woman, there was no
urgency.
There was no worriedness about her. There was nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, I hear what you're saying. 12 is older
12
for a kid.
They
but,
babysit other kids, so.
But still, if I haven't seen my 12-year-old in a place like that for a good half hour or so, I'm going to get concerned.
Yeah.
Maybe not worried, maybe not crazy, but definitely concerned. Hey, has anybody seen my kid?
Yeah. It's actually why I got the kids' phones in the first place. Just
Right,
so I'd be
exactly.
able to do that.
So I don't know. Maybe I'm overreacting. I don't know. I thought it was odd. But my favorite, yesterday, no, this was Saturday. Usually around 4:30, I'm starting to feel it. Like, all right, it's almost time to go home. Now, you have to remember, I'm standing there for, 8 hours a day just talking into a mic like I am now. It's one thing to be here with you and Eric, and we have banter, especially if we have guests. But at White Post, it's just me.
Yeah.
Repeating the same announcements all day, repeating the same jokes all day, looking for something to comment on, looking for somebody to make fun of, looking to make a joke, yelling yeehaw all day. Even I get sick of it.
Yeah,
sick of my own voice.
It's a difficult job. I'll give you that.
And
you do it really well, so it looks easy. I'll say that. You make it look really easy, but then when you really think about it, it's a hard job.
So come around 4:30, I'm like, all right, hour and a half to go. Getting out of here soon. Definitely by 5 o'clock, it's like, all right, I gotta go. So it was probably around 5. I forget the little boy's name, but this little boy came over and he's standing there and he's asked me all sorts of questions. Are you really a farmer?
How old?
Maybe 8 years old. Oh, we're getting a phone call. You're live on the Knockem Dead Comedy Radio Show. Who's this?
Please stop now.
What do you mean?
I can't hear any more about these doofus pumpkin kids anymore.
Give us a topic and we'll talk about it.
There must be something. How about your why Rick isn't there or why Eric isn't there.
Mark, you
How about
can't
that?
you can't be part of the problem. You have to be part of the solution. So you have to come up with a topic.
Plus, you're breaking up a little bit. Well, we are going to talk about Elio. Have you seen my friend Elio, who's been on the show a couple times? A piano player, does a show in England.
Yeah.
All right. Well, he opened his tour this past weekend. A buddy of mine was there in England to see it. He's calling me around noon to tell us about the show. Is that good?
That's good. Go to that, all right? We've heard enough about these kids. I mean, you're just going to run that into the ground.
Well, we had a guest planned for today, and so I'm and the guest, I don't know. I guess the guest isn't coming. I tried to verify with the guest. I haven't heard back.
We don't want to out the guest, but
And so I'm low on material today, so I'm doing the best we can.
so give us a topic, Mark.
This story was a good one. I was saving the best for last. This kid pissed himself while he was talking to me.
Oh, how about this one? The Yankees lost the thing.
Yes, we were going to get to that too. Oh, listen. Oh, is that what it is now? I live in Houston now, so I'm an Astros fan. Wow, so
I'm not a fan.
You're
I'm
not a what?
fan of anything. I'm not a fan of the Astros.
You're not. Are you a fan of baseball?
No.
Do you like any sports?
Tennis.
Tennis.
I want to hear about the unicycle.
Yeah. Why did you make her take Why'd you make her take the video down?
She didn't take the video down. I didn't make it sit up there. It's not even a video. It's a GIF.
You're breaking up.
Yeah, I didn't get that.
Oh, wait, let me see. I'm in Florida. What do you expect?
I know.
We hear you now.
Okay, good. I had to walk like 5 feet and everything's better, right?
Oh, big 5 feet. That's me.
So anyway, no, the video's up there. I bought a unicycle.
Why?
I bust my ass right when I got on it. It was great.
Oh, is that on video?
No, that's not on video.
What if you would have like broke a finger or
That
wrist
would have
or
been awesome.
something?
But you know what it was? I'm used to riding unicycles, but I'm not used to riding with a tiny little wheel. And so the little wheel didn't go over the bump. It kind of went, and then it came back, and then I went flying.
So you weren't learning. You've ridden them before.
Yeah, I'm a freaking expert, but I never had one with a tiny wheel like that because I wanted to put it in my car.
Is that
And
something? Is that something you
usually
brag
a big
about, being
wheel-
an expert on a unicycle?
Yeah, what a nerd.
No.
Yeah, but
So when you have a little wheel, it gets caught in bumps, and then you go flying. So I had to, because there's a certain, usually when you go over a bump, you kind of do this funny little thing, and when you have a big wheel, you don't really have to do it unless it's a really big bump. But this was a little bump because it was a little wheel, and I went flying. It was great.
can you change the tire on this thing to like a bigger wheel?
No. I have a bigger wheel at home.
Oh.
I just bought a little wheel so I could put it in my car.
Oh,
Right?
Can you
They're fun
ride
to
the unicycle and while playing bass?
Yeah, I used to do that.
Where?
Actually, I found there was an ad for a bass player who rode a unicycle years ago, back when you were just a smudging. And I answered the ad, and I got the gig, but then he sent me the music, and it was so stupid that I couldn't do it. I just couldn't see myself doing that.
What
So
What was
I didn't
stupid?
do
The music?
it. Yeah, the music was horrible.
so you mastered the bicycle, and then you just gave up the gig because you didn't like the music.
Right.
Wow.
I knew how to play the bass and ride the unicycle at the same time. And then I got a gig to do it, but I didn't want to do it because the music was horrible. Like, I just couldn't see myself playing that music, and it was just...
What was it? Like kids' music or something? What was it?
I don't know. You know what? If I probably would do it now, but back then I was arrogant.
Back then?
You
When
know?
I was a kid, I was a
back then.
candy striper in a hospital, and I actually
On a unicycle?
Right.
And I ended up quitting just because they kept playing this one Air Supply album over and over again, and I couldn't bear it anymore.
Yeah, I would quit for that, too.
It was too much. It was like every single Saturday they played the same album over and over again throughout this hallway in the hospital. I couldn't bear it. I couldn't do it not one more time.
I used to work at this place called Star Magic on Broadway and 8th Avenue in the Village. And they used to play all that space music from, what was the guy, Vangelis or Vangelis? I don't know what his name is. So all these like space songs.
music.
And after a few months, I finally cracked.
Yeah, you
And
crack,
this woman
right?
Came in,
You can't
This woman
take
came
it.
in with a cigarette. This woman came in with a cigarette. You know, back then you couldn't smoke in the store. And I was like, Miss, you can't smoke in the store. And, of course, she was going to be, this is all arrogant and badass. So I started screaming at her, and instead of throwing her out, they fired me. So that means I got out.
Oh, man.
That's discrimination.
Yeah.
Well, define.
Yeah, that was because she was white too.
Whoa. Well,
Right.
define space music. Like Star Trek theme or something? What are we talking about?
No. Like like textures, and it wasn't really music. You know what I mean? It's
Oh,
just
like Prague music?
No. Like what's the good? Oh, there's a word for it. I can't remember it. Whatever. That's not Yanni. What's the guy's name?
Yanni.
Oh, Yanni, yeah, or John
No,
Tesh.
it's not Yanni. No, it's not John Tesh. Well, some of it could have been.
Like
but it was
Wyndham
more
Hill
like,
type stuff.
Yeah, like classical, but electronic classical.
Yeah.
I don't know what it was.
What is it? It's Mannheim Steamroller? Was that wasn't that
Mannheim
the name?
Steamroller.
I can't think straight. The sun is beating down on my head.
Hey, a tornado is not on your house, so
That's
good.
right. Yeah. How far is Texas from Texas? How far is Dallas from Houston?
Oh, way far. I mean, it's
Yeah,
like
it's not
200 miles. Thank God. I can't. That's why I don't live up there because of those damn tornadoes.
Oh, well,
I saw that.
it's common up there. It's a common thing.
Yes, that's right where Dallas starts out. That's where all the crazy bazooka weather happens.
Bazooka.
Like all year round. Yeah, bazooka. I mean, in Houston, we might get a tornado. We might get this. We get, they flood. That's why I live on a high floor. But they get that, like, tornado crazy weather, which is slamming straight winds, and then it freezes. And, they're going to get some ice this winter, I'm sure.
Oh, boy.
Despite global warming. So that's the way it's going to be up there for them. I mean, it's already snowing in Montana.
Well, isn't that year round over there?
Yeah. I mean, Canada doesn't experience global warming. That's a myth for them. But I'm out here washing my friend's car. They got a nice car, so I have to, wash their car when I show up.
Oh, that's why you're there.
So
They brought you in to wash their car.
Right, and I had my phone on my car and listening to you, and I just said, if I hear kid one more time
or pumpkin
or pumpkin, I'm just going to
or
get
kettle
I'm
corn.
Just gonna I don't know what I'm going to do. Either I can call and take care of it instantly, or I can drive up there and
smack them.
be there tomorrow.
So we should have kept talking about it then. Make them drive up. That would
Yeah,
have been awesome.
it'd be good to see you, Mark.
That would have been awesome.
I'm gonna be up there for like a week
Yay!
in January because guess what? We're writing and we're recording.
Whoa!
Here at Gubs Radio.
No.
Imagine that.
Somebody does need to write some of your material because it's getting pretty bad now.
Yeah, we're a little. I admit we're a little unprepared this morning. We didn't know. We weren't sure if Eric was coming or not, and I did all sorts of preparation for a guest that didn't show. So I'm a little unprepared.
When Eric doesn't show, his goofy brother should show up. At least he can keep the show going.
We could keep a show going. Like I said, we're just a little unprepared this morning.
It sounded like I was like I had like like I live right next door to you, and I can hear you talking through your bedroom door wall.
And that's the point. We want you to feel like you're hanging out with your friends.
Yeah, but you're not talking about anything juicy.
You brought it up. The Yankees losing, that was pretty juicy. That's juicy up here. Well,
it's funny. I actually thought they were going to win because the Astros always lose.
Yeah,
but they actually, I couldn't believe it. I was like 6 because it was 4-4, and I was like, all right, that's the end of that.
Yep, I thought for sure the Yankees were going to pull it off with the tie. Yeah,
but then they would have to win another game after that, right?
Well, that was the thing. They won the one game, and basically the Yankees would have had to win 3 in a row, two of them in Houston, which I wasn't feeling it. I didn't think they would pull that off. Plus, like you said, Houston always loses, but this year, I don't know, it just feels different this year.
The funny thing about Houston is I've been down there for 20 years, and all I ever heard was the Astros losing. And when they finally won, I actually thought I was in an alternate reality. And then a year later, I heard somebody mention that they were world champions. I'm like, what are you talking about? And that's, oh, my God, they won last year. I completely forgot.
That's right.
Because it's just you're so used to them losing all the time.
Well, yeah. Well, we got that here, too, with the Mets.
Yeah.
You've been down there 20 years?
What team did you mention? Who's that? Who?
The Mets. Meet the Mets. Meet the Mets. Step right up and meet the Mets. Guaranteed to have the time of your life because the Mets are hitting those home runs over the wall. East side, west side. That's all I got.
Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Is it possible for the Mets to meet the Yankees in the World Series?
It happened already.
How is that possible?
Aren't
they on the same side?
No, they're not. Actually, no. The Yankees are in the American League. The Mets are in the National League.
And so when was that?
This was in the year 2000.
And who won?
The Yankees won. They beat the Mets 4-1.
Oh, my God.
Really?
Shut up. When was the last time the Mets were in at least I guess it's called a pennant or something. I don't know what it's called.
Well, the last time they were a contending team?
Right.
That would
2000?
No. They made it to the World Series in 2015. They lost to the Kansas City Royals.
Okay.
And
that's not bad. Go Mets. Yeah, Shea Stadium. Is it called Shea Stadium or is it something else now?
It's a whole new building. It's Citi Field. Shea Stadium is gone. They tore it down. They knocked it down.
I could see it. Right from my window too. Back in the day.
Is that right?
Yeah.
I still miss it. It was such a dump, but it was home, man. There's so many great memories there.
I've never been to any stadium in New York City ever.
Ever?
Ever.
What
I've never been to Yankee Stadium. I've never been to Shea Stadium. I've never been to Giant Stadium. I've never been to Minute Maid. No, that's here.
What is
I've never
wrong
been
with
to,
you?
I don't know. But when I got to Houston, somebody offered me some tickets to go see a basketball game, so I went. And I was like, oh, my God, this is the greatest thing ever. It's 10 times better than it is on TV.
All right, now wait a minute. But wait a minute. You never went to a basketball game either? You never went to an arena up here to see any sporting event?
Nothing.
What is wrong with you?
Not even table tennis.
Well, no wonder you moved. You were never. He's not a true New Yorker.
I think I kind of like to. I like to watch football on TV rather than going to see it in real life because you can't see everything when you're at a football game in real life. But if you were like watching, but if like I like to go to a ball game, I like to go to a basketball game, I like to go to a hockey game. I think that's all better in person, but not football for me. Oop, we're getting another call.
Is that a woman talking about sports?
What line is that?
I could accept it. Hello, you're on the air.
Sallie. Who's that?
Is that Graz?
Yeah.
Yo.
What?
You got to bring him to a hockey game.
Yes, I agree with that. He should go to a hockey game. I agree.
Hockey game is probably you got to wear a sweater or something, and the only thing black on the ice is the puck. But besides that, it's a good sport.
Well, the black people don't like the cold, though. They don't like the cold, though, right?
Well, apparently they don't like the heat either because he's complaining about Florida.
No, but
I'm not complaining at all. I'm just saying that the sun is beating down on my head. I didn't say it was something wrong with that.
What's beating down on his head?
The sun is beating down on my head.
The sun. Oh.
Yeah,
Mark, you've never been to a hockey game, right?
No. We've been to a few of them because for some strange reason, we played hockey games. Like when the game is over, they roll us out there and we play a few songs.
Oh, okay.
So hockey games.
But even in your heyday, when you guys opened for the Stones, you guys weren't playing stadiums? Listening.
Me too.
I played the stadium as a musician. I didn't see anybody playing sports in a stadium.
All right, well, you're the one who brought it up. You said that at the hockey game they would wheel you guys out. So if you're counting that, well, then we got to count the.
Yeah, just that one thing. I'm talking about. I've never seen like a football game or anything like that in New York City. I've only seen all those things down here.
So when
people gave me tickets.
When they wheeled you out, did you watch the game before you were wheeled out?
Yeah, I watched the game. It was awesome. I love hockey.
Oh, you on a stretcher?
No, man, hockey. You know all about
Mr.
hockey.
White, may I ask you a question?
Yeah, go ahead.
What's your favorite song out of your entire collection? I know you're going to say all of them, but is that like, I've never really heard your music. Tony, play like
okay, not all of them. How's that? Is that better? Not all of them.
You've never really heard the Spin Doctors? Is that what you said?
I swear to God, I haven't.
Where were you in the early 90s?
Snorting cocaine on a bar in Franklin Square.
Oh, goodness. This is Mark. This is Graz. He hosts Limo Talk on Thursday nights here at govsradio.com.
Oh, nice. Is he Italian?
Yes.
I am. Yes, I am. Why? What do you need? You need some money? You need somebody? You need a couple of swings of the head with a bat? What do you need?
I need a nice, big booty Italian woman.
I could get you that. Coming to New York. I'll guarantee that.
I'll
With a real New York accent, like in Goodfellas.
I'm better than that. Right, Tony?
What? What'd you say, Graz?
Nothing.
Tony, you don't know what's
Tony,
going
let's
on.
take him to a Met game with Sallie.
I would
Yeah,
do
I
that.
love that.
Well, if they're coming in January, we'll take them to a Ranger game.
That's right. We're coming. I'm going to be here for like a week,
You ever tickets for a Ranger game?
I'm sorry, Graz. What'd you say?
You can get tickets for the Ranger game? I figured Islanders are a little bit easier, right?
I might have a connection at an easier connection at a Ranger game to get tickets. Well, where are the Islanders even playing at that point? They're not in Belmont yet, right?
Nah, but what they are is the Nassau Coliseum is taking over most of the games now. So you could probably have Mark come into your show, take him out for lunch, or he'll take us out to lunch, and then we'll go to a hockey game.
But that's the thing, that with the game at night, and if he came here, the Nassau Coliseum's right down the block, we'd have to spend the whole day with him, man. I don't know who'd kill each other first.
I would kill
have
you
to spend
first.
the whole day with me. That's the problem.
Then I go back to then I agree with Mark. He would end up killing me first if he had to hang out with you all day.
I can hang out with him. I like the
Tony.
Italian.
That's not nice.
So it's easier for us to just go to a Ranger game and we'll meet Mark there. He's already in the city, banging some
That's right.
Italian girls.
I'm going to be in Brooklyn.
Oh, all right.
Did you hear what I said?
So, Mike,
You're going to be in Brooklyn. I heard you.
What's your favorite song, Mark?
Mark, if someone
What's
said
my
to you,
favorite?
if someone says to you, I'd never heard the Spin Doctors before, what song would you play them?
Two Princes.
I was afraid you'd say that. All right.
Can I hear that,
Well,
Tony?
why are you afraid I would say that?
Because
What
that
should I have said?
I like two Princes to play. That's the most popular one. But if you wanted to show somebody to have somebody really understand what the type of music the band did, what would it still be? Two Princes?
It would be No, it would be Little Miss Can't Be Wrong.
All right.
What time is it?
What time is it? Is
It
good.
was on stage.
Graz, do you remember this song?
Go ahead, Tony.
Do you hear it?
I don't hear anything. No.
Facebook, I don't give them permission to play that song. So
I know. This show's going to be banned.
You don't hear this,
Mark
Graz?
Zuckerberg,
Now I
didn't
do.
give
If you
them
put a
permission
little
to play
loud.
that.
Do you remember it? Hello?
Zuckerberg, do something.
Graz, do you hear it?
Oh, yes, they do hear that now. Oh, that's a good song. I like that song.
That's our
That's
buddy
right.
Mark right here on bass.
That's
Oh,
right.
Mark, why don't you invite me? I want to come to one of your shows. I've never... that one song I'll listen to.
They're playing the Brooklyn Bowl in January, and Mark put it out there that we could all get on the VIP list, and I would say half of Gov's Radio then jumped on and said, I'll be there, Mark. So Mark is he's got a long list of people coming in January.
No,
But
I
here's
don't.
the difference, Mark. Tony and I will take you out for dinner. Nobody else will.
You know what? There's a really good. If there's a really good restaurant right there in the club, and it's awesome. Those two know the.
Yeah.
It was
The last
really
time
good
we were,
food.
that's where you were when we entered the place last time. You were sitting at the bar
Right.
eating the chicken wings.
Yeah, it's a
No,
fucking
it's a fried
$40 basket of chicken wings. Great.
Hey, that's what the man likes. He was happy.
All right, well,
I like,
He was eating
I
regular
like
chicken.
fried chicken.
Fried chicken.
Fried chicken. I mean, how many times do I have to say it?
Oh, you know what? Graz and I are actually going there tomorrow. Mark, we got a good chicken place right down the block from here.
Is it fried or boiled?
You can get fried or rotisserie.
Zorn's in Bethpage on Hempstead Turnpike, our new sponsor.
They've been there since what, the 50s, I believe.
Yeah.
I'm starting to feel
and
cool
you used
air
to be able
now.
to go see. You used to be able to get cow milk and stuff like that. Now that's no longer. Now
Cow
it's an
milk?
apartment house.
We were able to get cow milk, did you
I like
say?
the cow. Sally, I love your laugh.
All right, so
So here's
That's
what
my
I
favorite
figured
laugh.
out. We're doing a remark in January. Put me down for two. Me and my wife, sir.
You hear that,
You got
Mark?
a sister?
He's asking if you have a sister or if she has a
You
sister.
got like a single sister, like in the Goodfellas. You know, they had the single.
My wife.
They had the double date.
My
Had to bring him.
sister-in-law, Mark, my sister-in-law is about 38 years old. She's single. She's a knockout. And for about 10 years, I thought she was a lesbian because there's never a man around. But she just doesn't date that often. So maybe I don't know. Are you, what nationality? You Italian? You white? You're black? You Polish?
Oh, he doesn't even know. That's awesome.
I guess not. Yeah.
Oh, I know
black,
what you
man.
are. I don't know if she plays baseball in that way.
Yeah, I know, right? Well, let me see. Am I black or African American? I got to decide this week. Which one I got to identify as. Oh, wait, I remember. I identify as a white person. That's right. I changed my race. You can change your gender. I can change my race.
Oh, that's a good idea.
You should change yours because you look like you could be Samoan.
Well, I could be black. There's Herschel Walker. There's Wesley Walker.
Sally can be Russian.
There's.
We could change your
This is getting
nationality.
better and
That's what
better.
we can do. Change our nationality.
That's a great idea. Yeah,
One
I
leg and
identify.
black.
I identify as a black man.
There you go.
All right, I like it.
One leg
So
in
do
black.
I.
This is
So
getting
I-
good.
So do I in some ways.
I'm not going to listen to Spin Doctors anymore. I'm going to listen to Snoop Dogg.
No. You're going to listen to the Commodores, Brick House.
Oh, now you're talking.
Yeah, he'd do that anyway.
Yeah, that's a good tune.
Hey, Mark, on a concert night, what's
Got
the
that
typical
last down
night
pat,
for you?
man.
Are you eating before the show?
Say that again, my Italian friend.
I first of all, I make sure we go to a nice Italian restaurant. When we come to the January show, 2 tickets for me. Remember, okay?
I'll hook you up, man.
And I'll hook you
Damn.
up. We'll have a nice dinner.
I
Maybe
like that
my
name. You must have been a
sister-in-law might come
gangster.
out.
Yeah, we took him out for pizza the last time he was here. To Bella Vista Pizza.
That's right. And I loved it.
That's a great pizzeria. But listen, we could do a little bit better than that. We could do Del Frisco's.
That's you, Sally. Just stand up and let us see it. Turn around, baby.
What'd he say?
Put it
He said,
out there.
stand up, let's see it. He said, you're a brick
Turn
house,
around.
Sally.
Put it out there.
He wants you to stand up and turn around. You
I'm
actually
gonna go
see
for
more
it.
of her now with her sitting than you would if she stood up.
Yeah.
Where's that other Brick House at? She quit?
Which one? Courtney?
The younger Brick House, yeah.
Yeah, Graz, that's what we got to do. We got to get Courtney back to come with us
Yeah,
to
what's the
Brooklyn.
story now? He knows everybody.
Oh, yeah, he was chasing after Courtney. He was digging
Look
that.
at Teresa Farrell, if worse comes to worse.
She's a married lady.
All right, well, still, we'll send it there anyway.
Okay, my Stouffer's French bread pizza is getting cold now, so I have to go.
You.
I'm glad. I hope I elevated the show to a
The
new
the
standard.
people you're mooching off of for a month in Florida, they're serving you pizza too?
I bought my own Stouffer's French bread pizza. Okay.
You're living in Florida for nothing?
That's right. I'm staying with my friends. They got a nice big giant house. This is Amy. I'm staying with, you fathead.
Did you just call me fathead?
He did.
No, not you. I'm calling the other one. The one who's fat, whose head is actually fat.
Me? What did I do? I didn't say anything.
Because I just want you to know that I'm staying in Florida with Amy. Remember Amy, the one you were Google Gaga
Yes.
yesterday?
Oh, I'm just
So
finding
I'm staying with her.
I'm just finding a video that she made with you. What the hell? Damien, did you know all about bats with Mark White? What the hell?
On
Oh, yeah,
Pornhub.
that's right. That was fun. That's our son, Damien.
What about bats? Like baseball bats or actual bats?
Well,
Flying
there's
bats.
there's a thing on the video. You push it, and then it starts, and then you start to find out what's going on.
Yeah, and then you're going to get a virus.
Yeah, that's right. Or even worse, Mark had the nerve to tell us we're boring today. Meanwhile, here he is sitting with some little kid talking about bats.
It's funny,
And
actually.
the problem is Mark's video's on Pornhub.
All
I
right.
can't wait to hang out with Gans.
I can't wait to cut to the concert.
January 30th.
That's right. Be there or be square.
Does VIP means I get to sit on the stage and hang out with you while you guitar?
Would you
Close.
sit on the stage? What are you talking about?
What's
Like you were
VIP
doing.
mean? Do we get to sit backstage?
No, we just get the side of the stage with the family. We don't get backstage. We don't get all the drugs and the groupies.
You don't want to go backstage anyway. It's up. You got to go up these little tiny stairs, and it's in this tiny little room. There's no AC up in there.
Who cares? There's cocaine and freaking women. What else do we want?
Graz would be on the phone with him 5 more minutes to be asking to live with the guy. Can I just have like my own? If you're gonna give me my own bedroom in your house, am I gonna get a bathroom?
Graz,
you gonna make me dinner every day?
Is that your attempt at an Italian accent, Sally?
Do you have an extra room for me, Mark?
Graz thinks he's a celebrity now because he had Artie Lang in here last week.
Yes.
Oh, that's nice. I'm down with that.
Mark, you look nice in this video.
Yeah, look at that with your silver shirt. He's not in his usual black.
Yeah, you look all
Amy
spiffy.
Amy hates when I wear all black, so I have to change sometimes.
Look at that. Amy doesn't like it.
Yeah.
Amy is his.
Who's Amy? Who's Amy, Mark?
Amy's my singer in the band. We were in a band together, a duo, like Captain and Tennille.
Does Captain and Tennille sleep in the same bed? The other ones did.
No. Maybe they did. She's married. She's got a nice husband, Rich. He's great. He's our manager, sort of. He hooks us up.
And a cute little boy.
He's a great guy.
Is this their kid?
Yeah, that's not their kid. That's her kid. His name is Damien. I call him D. Because I don't like saying the whole thing.
Yo, D, let's make a video about bats.
He doesn't want to bother saying the child's full name. It's too much work.
It really is.
I don't want to be put out, so I'm just going to call you an initial.
Right. And sometimes I forget it, so I always ask him what his name is. What's your name again?
I just know
Mark,
D.
how many bedrooms in this palatial estate?
They've got like 5 bedrooms in here, man.
Anyone open?
See what I mean?
Nope. She's got her little, they got it all divided up because, they got their own business. They have their talent agency. Did you know that?
No.
Is there a cot?
Talent agency. So they look for talent. They look for talent, which, I told them about your show, but they couldn't find any, so they kept going.
That's not nice.
They should come to our murder mystery on Friday.
So they just, they try to place people in commercials and things like that.
I'm available.
I'm telling you, man.
Cot? You got a cot? I'm available.
Well, we got the garage.
We got a hammock.
Sold.
They got a nice big garage, that's for sure.
Why? Why?
What's funny about this garage? This garage is actually bigger than my apartment.
Really?
It's freaking huge in there.
And how did they make their millions from their management company or a different way?
No, they are the talent agency. That's how they make their money. They're strictly talent, and they fly around. They look for kids and grown-ups, and they place them in. She showed me something, and every single day, tons of people.
Did Mark just fall in a pond? What just happened here?
Did you just flush your toilet, Mark?
What the hell is? I think
That's a freaking giant jet.
That was a jet?
Like with the 4 engines and the big wings of the.
It sounded like a toilet.
Did it just
flushing.
crash into your house? What the hell just happened here?
Dude, there's an airport like right over here, so there's a military base or something. So every once in a while, these giant military planes go flying by, and that's the first time I've seen it fly.
Are you in a gated area, or is there a fucking Applebee's around the block?
No, there's nothing around here, man. We are in a nice Gulf community. It's nice.
Yeah, it sounds nice. As giant jets fly 2 feet over your roof.
That sounds like
Yeah,
toilets.
it's great,
Tony.
That's like the first time that's ever happened. So shut your face.
All right, I want to see this
Even I was
video.
sitting here
When are you going to
shocked.
show
I
the
was like,
video?
what the freak?
All right, so
Yeah,
all right,
wants to
go enjoy your pizza. We're gonna make fun of your video.
make fun of my video, and if I see anything I don't like, I can be up there in one day.
Perfect. Then we're gonna go to town on it.
All right.
All right, Grads, Mark. We'll see you guys later.
Bye. You're the man. I'll talk to you later.
Suck it. All right. We'll watch this. Carl Wooden, I saw you watching. Carl, I'll call you in a minute. We're going to hear all about Elio. But we're going to make fun of this video first. Let's see. So this is Mark and some kid, Damien.
About
D.
an animal. Some people are kind of afraid of
Mark
it.
looks nice.
Some people
Yeah.
think that they're cool about it like me. I think they're cool.
Oh, look, he's actually smiling, Mark.
A bat.
A bat.
Right.
Whoa,
Just
whoa,
pretend
heavy
this is
effects.
a bat flying in the night sky, eating bugs or fruit or something. And there's 3
Let's see, Mark, call this kid a doofus.
bat types, like a fruit bat, a bug bat, an insect bat. They eat insects through the night.
Yeah, I love the ones that eat the
You left
mosquitoes.
out Batman. No, I'm serious. You gotta talk about. I mean, he's a bat. He's a man. It's like 2 people. It's like a bat and a man.
I mean a normal bat, not bat.
Call him a doofus.
A vampire
D.
bat. You left out the vampire bat. That's a real bat. That is a real.
See,
bat.
Yeah,
Mark-
look,
It sucks
he's
blood.
frustrated.
It's a
See what you
vampire
did?
bat.
See,
How did
Mark
you
went
do
from
that?
smiling
Four
to
bats.
yelling at the
The
kid. in
fruit
Did you
five
see that? The kid was
seconds.
getting pissed off. Just I got to rewind that.
That's a real bat. That
Watch
is
the kid
a
get
real
pissed.
bat. It sucks blood. It's a vampire bat. How did you leave that out?
Just ignore it.
It's 4 bats.
Let's see
Four
that.
bat.
And Mom had to stop the video. She's like, "Okay, D, just calm
right.
down." He probably said, "Get him out of here."
Mark will bring this out of everyone. Just be calm, D.
It's okay,
That we just changed
D.
your name to.
We love you, D.
Look, and he's already counting like all the reasons he's right.
The bug bat and the
bat,
water
bug
bat.
What do you mean the water bat?
It eats insects.
It
from-
eats water?
It eats fish from the water.
No way, man.
Once fish leap out, the bat's claws grab it.
Why
wow.
would the
Leap
fish
it
leap out?
into the yelp.
Why would the fish leap out if they know there's a water bat?
Mark
flying
doesn't
around?
know
And
his
the-
bats.
And there's 1,000 bats discovered in the USA. Did you know that?
What do you mean? 1,000 different kind of bats? So let's go. A fruit bat, a vegetable bat,
He's gonna name all 1,000.
a bat.
See, look, the kid's getting
vampire
pissed again.
bat,
A fish bat.
Right?
Well,
Fried
1,000.
chicken bat. Right?
Oh
A
my
candy bat. You forgot the candy bat.
This kid got paid a lot of candy to sit and make a video with you.
That's cute.
What's another good bat?
He's a
And
really
the
cute
biggest
kid.
bats you can ever find ever in your life is the flying fox. It can.
That's not a bat. It's a flying fox. How can a flying fox be a bat?
Leave it to Mark to argue with a little boy.
It's a bat. It's either a bat or a flying fox. Which one is it? So is it a flying turtle? A
He wants to
flying cat?
punch Mark right in the face.
I don't blame
Flying
him.
dog? Which one?
The flying fox can grow up to.
Good move, kid. He's just ignoring Mark.
My arms
Does
can't
Mark
even
actually have, like-
stretch that far.
Is his shirt
this?
open? His button's open. He wants to get that shirt off so bad.
Okay, get your arms off me.
He's
and
like-
the smallest bat, that's maybe about like that big.
Just like Mark's penis.
Yeah, let me get a closer look. That
Yeah, that's right. You have to get a close look to
is
see Mark's
the
penis.
That
bumblebee bat
big.
of Thailand.
Is there a fly bat?
What'd you say?
A fly bat. A killer bee bat.
Well, yeah.
A dragonfly bat.
Killer bee bat.
A moth bat. Is there a moth bat? How many different bats are there?
I'm with the kid. See, he's looking at him like, what are you?
said
What
a
is wrong
fruit
with
bat, a candy bat, a vampire bat, a regular
I
bat.
said no candy bat.
What's the regular bat?
Candy bat.
Is there a regular bat? Just a bat that's just a bat?
The poor kid just wants to talk about bats.
I bet your Mark would be a really good
That
teacher.
is just a bat. What am I doing?
not
What am I
about
doing here?
bats.
You're going to ask me questions about bats, or I'm just supposed to look at you while you talk about bats?
Special thanks to Mark
That's cute.
White. And I just hope you
See that?
enjoyed
They got rid of Mark. Get out of here.
another
Punk, I'm trying to do my
video
video.
of Damien's Did You Know? And sorry I didn't make a video in since an extremely long time. A whole year. And I'll promise to make another video next week.
Without Mark.
So I hope everybody has a bat-tastic life. Thank you for watching. And I hope you enjoyed. And wait, can we get
Rid of
1,000
Mark?
likes? Subscribers, please?
Very cute.
And once it sounds
Mark White. Leave the poor kid alone. Sorry. So, Mark, I hope you're driving up here right now. That was.
So, what do you do when you call in Carl or Carl's calling here?
I'm calling Carl. Let's see. Yeah, can you call this
Yep.
number? Carl, we're calling you now. He said he sent me a bunch of videos and pictures from one of the gigs. What was that? Somebody knocking?
No.
No?
I don't think so.
You want me to check quick?
Hey, Tony.
Hey, Carl. How are you? It's Sal.
Hey, Sallie. How are you?
I'm good. Tony heard a sound at the back, so he just wanted to make sure no one was at the back door. But he'll be here in a second.
Hi, Carl.
Welcome
Hey, Tony.
to the show.
How are you, pal?
I'm doing great, thanks.
Carl wouldn't. So where am I? So you're back in Philly?
Yes, I got home late last night.
Oh boy, how you feeling? All right?
Tired, but fine.
I bet. Now, all right, so so you are the lucky bastard who went over to see Elio. Now, you saw Elio's concert. Which one did you see? Did you see the opening night and the second night?
No, I saw the opening night in the Leicester Square Theater.
Nice.
The night that he brought Albert Lee on as a surprise guest.
Nice.
And it was great. And for an opening night of a tour where there were only 2 days for the band to rehearse all the new tracks that they had to play, it was incredible. There were no flaws. The sound was great. Lighting was appropriate. It really went well.
Wow. So, all right. So, give us the inside scoop then. What do you mean they only had 2 days to rehearse?
They literally only had 2 days rehearse with the full band and David. David flew over from Boston. They rehearsed a couple days, and then Friday night, Leicester Square Theater. Now, Elio had given all of the band members the tracks to play and his notes, so they did have time to rehearse on their own, or as Elio says, to do their homework. But I think it was 2 pretty intense days getting everything together.
Nice. So, but they pulled it off, no doubt.
They pulled it off. It was incredible. I sent you a bunch of video clips of the Albert Lee performance and some pictures. It was really a great show. Elio is such an incredible performer, musician, entertainer. Luckily, we had Neil in the band while he's not touring with Queen.
Oh, that's great. That must have been
so
fun.
He was great. And it was really funny when they came back for the second set. The first set is Stormfront. The second set is The Stranger. Neil all of a sudden starts to clap his hands above his head and then starts to play the opening bass riff for Another One Bites the Dust. And of course the audience, many of whom have seen many of Elio's shows, know that Neil is Queen's bass player, and everybody starts to laugh and play along. And then they went into Moving Out. It was really funny.
Yeah, that's great. I think that's perfect. I would love that.
Wow. And wow. And so so he does the whole Stormfront album. Billy Joel, 30 years since the Stormfront album came out.
Exactly.
That's the album with We Didn't Start the Fire, Down East or Alexa, I Go to Extremes. And Albert Lee came out. I don't know. Unfortunately, a lot of people don't know who Albert Lee is, but he's mainly known as a kind of like a blues guy, but he's played with everybody. He played with the Everly Brothers. He played with Clapton. He's played with everybody. And Elio was in his band for, 2 or 3 years, and they still play together sometimes, and they show up at each other's gigs.
Is he a bass player or a regular?
Come on, is he a bass player?
What does he normally do?
He's a lead guitar player. He's
all right.
the lead guitar player. And the special thing about this tour, Elio has David Brown with him. David Brown was in Billy Joel's band from 1978 until 91, I believe it was.
Well, Clapton's a really
Correct.
good guitar player, right?
Yes.
So I just figured if he was playing with Clapton, he wouldn't be playing guitar,
No,
It's not a bad question.
It's a bad question.
It's not a bad question.
It's a bad question, Sal.
Bad.
All right, stop fighting, you two.
So, now, did you know Albert was going to be there, or that was a surprise for you, too?
No, I knew there was a surprise because I overheard Elio say something about a surprise, and then when he realized that I was standing near him, he stopped speaking. This was before the show.
That's great.
It was actually right before sound check. So he said, "Did you hear any of that?" I said, "All I know is there's a surprise." He said, "Okay." So
He wouldn't
all
tell
of a sudden,
you. I would want him to tell me the secret.
No, I was glad because I didn't see Albert come in. He came in after the house lights were down, and he kind of came in on the side. And Elio started talking about Albert Lee and what a great guitar player he is, and he's known for his picking style of guitar playing. And then he brings Albert up from the audience, and they play the perfect track for Albert Lee, which is Traveling Prayer, which sounds like a country song and is played with that picking style of guitar.
Right, I think Albert actually, didn't he record the song, or he's done it before? Or I believe he's done it before on his own in concert and stuff.
Yeah, I love
that
song.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, that's great. And so, now, and I know I asked already, but I already forgot. Did you go there just to see the show, or you were out there, on business?
I basically timed it so that I would go out there to see Elio. He invited me to the show in Eastleigh the second night, which is his hometown. His parents were there, and his daughter Marcella was there. But it's kind of far, and I had to fly home the next day. So in typical Elio and his family fashion, his sister Giuseppina and her husband Gino, they invited me to come to their house for dinner that night.
Wow.
Because they weren't going to the second show. And Gino is just such an amazing cook, chef, whatever you want to call him.
What did he make you?
Nothing like home-cooked Italian food.
Nice.
It was a plate of pasta and gravy and sausage and roasted chicken and roasted eggplant. I mean, it just went on and on and on.
How many people were there, for crying out loud?
The three of us.
Holy moly!
You're not going to eat for 3 days.
So Carl's gained some weight since we last seen him.
Especially Carl.
Yes,
really
I definitely
careful.
have.
Wow, what was that?
It was a plane that had been flying over your last guest's home.
He just made his way over Philadelphia. Actually, yeah, you should come with us, Carl, in January. Our last guest, that was Mark White of the Spin Doctors. The Spin Doctors are playing in Brooklyn in January. You guys should come on up.
Oh, that would be fun.
That'd be a lot of fun.
Let's talk offline about that.
All right.
Yeah, it's a great concert.
Did you like those guys back in the day?
Oh, of course.
Very nice. Yeah, you should come with us. We'll definitely discuss that again. That'll be fun.
Well, we saw Albert Lee at the Iridium, and Elio came up and did a few songs. So it's you kind of saw the opposite. So it's kind of, and Elio just he just made the show. So the two of them together again would have been great.
Elio's fantastic, and he's lost weight. He looks great.
Oh yeah.
And I don't know if you remember the red suit.
Yes.
So he's back in the red suit.
He's back
perfect
in the
for
red
Stormfront.
suit. Wow, that's a lot of weight. We saw him when he came to visit. He was very, very strict about his diet, and he was worried about going on not vacation. I mean, he was here to receive that award, but when you go to a different place, you eat a lot more than you should, and he was really strict. And he didn't lose any weight that week, but he was really proud that he didn't gain any. We had I had oatmeal and strawberries and, waiting for him in the morning. And so he tried his best. But I can't believe he's back in the red suit. Because that's a pretty, thin suit.
Yeah, but it's so perfect because he walks out. Stormfront is the first set, as I mentioned, and the images, the red and black flag, and he's wearing the red suit with a nice black tie.
Yeah.
And then it flips during The Stranger. He comes out in a black suit with a red tie.
Oh, nice.
So he really put a lot of thought into his wardrobe for the gigs.
Yeah, that's great.
And speaking of the Stormfront flag, just a little plug. I happen to have an original from 1988, 1989 Stormfront promo flag that says Billy Joel and Stormfront on it. It was sent to me by Jeff Schock and Jane, who used to be Billy's manager. Mm-hmm. Back in the day, it was a promo that was sent to the radio stations. And what we're doing on this tour, Elio is showing it during the Stormfront portion of the show. He and David Brown and the whole band have signed it, and it's being auctioned off on his website, eliopace.com. You can also put in a bid if you happen to be at one of the gigs. And all of the money raised for whoever wins the flag is going to the Royal Brompton Hospital, which is the hospital that saved Elio's daughter's life when she was born.
Oh, wow, that's great.
Wow, yeah, that's fantastic. Wow, that flag was given to you, so you completely just donated it to him?
Yes,
The cause?
I brought
Wow,
it
that's
over with
fantastic.
me, donated it to him, along with some Stormfront pins that are also from 1989. They're all brand new in little bags. So Elio is going to talk to the band about wearing them during the gigs, and then also auctioning them off for the hospital.
Wow, very nice. That's cool. Very nice. All right, and then they also did The Stranger too, right? That's cool.
Yeah, they did The Stranger, and some of these songs on the two albums either have never been played live, like When in Rome, for example,
Right.
Or maybe have been played a couple times by Billy live. So for a true Billy Joel fan, it's great to see some of these songs played for the first time.
Yeah, probably off Stormfront, right? I would imagine everything off the Stranger album gets played all the time.
Yeah,
right?
most of it. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Everybody Has a Dream you usually don't hear very often off of Stranger.
Yeah, that's true.
And there are a couple versions of that floating around. There's the album version, which is very gospel-oriented, and then there was a bluesier version that was recorded back in the early 70s. It was originally going to be on the Cold Spring Harbor album, and wound up sitting in a can until Phil Ramone heard it and said, hey, let's do a gospel version of this and stick it on The Stranger.
Very nice. Now, did you did you get to hang out with our boy at all, or he's just too busy with the tour and just going crazy, or?
He was too busy with the tour. I got to see him before and after the show a little bit. Same with Amy. And Neil and I were staying in the same hotel, so we got to have a couple of nice breakfasts
That's
before,
great. He's just
before and
so
after the show.
nice.
And so funny.
So funny. Yeah.
One of the funniest people you've ever want to meet. And he told me the whole story of when he finally met Sandra Bullock, his true love.
What was that? What did he say?
Well, as
Tell
long
a
as
story.
I've known Neil, which is basically as long as I know Tony, we all kind of met in Brooklyn. Was it 5 years ago or something
Yep.
like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's about right.
He has professed his love for Sandra Bullock. It's his free pass. So when he was touring with Queen earlier this year, they played in L.A., and there was a chance that Sandra Bullock was coming to one of the concerts. And everybody in the band and the crew of Queen know of Neil's love for Sandra. So they arranged it for her to come backstage both before and after one of the gigs in L.A.
That's great.
And,
did they tell him, or was it a surprise?
I think it was supposed to be a surprise, but he did find out, but he didn't know if it was actually going to happen. So when it did, I just pictured in the old Warner Brother cartoons when that the fox sees something and his eyes literally pop out of his head, and that's what I pictured happening with Neil.
Right.
But he said she couldn't have been nicer.
And that's what Neil's like too. Neil, he's just fantastic. Such a good guy.
He is great dad, great husband, great friend, and it's so funny.
Yeah, and he's so and it's so funny. Like the first time that I met him, we were in England, and I was on a tour bus with him for quite a while. We were just sitting around talking, and everyone was like making jokes and having fun, and the whole day goes by. So I was like, "So what do you do when, Elio's not touring?" He's like, "Well, I play for Queen." I'm like, "What?" Like I would have led with that.
He's so down to earth and very unassuming, and he's just such a great musician and talented.
Very nice. Yeah, if you're for everybody that watches the show over there in England, we have some English viewers on the show. So if you're watching, hopefully you know who Elio is, and if you don't, go to his show anyway, and you'll love him. Head on out there to see Elio Pace. He's on tour for the next month or so.
ElioPace.com lists all the gigs. A few of them are already sold out, but there's still some space available in some of the theaters that they're playing, and it's so worth it. Seeing Elio, the band, and especially David Brown, who was such an accomplished guitar player. David said how Albert Lee's been one of his idols. Well, David has been one of my idols from back in the day.
Yeah.
So incredibly talented, and he brings such a fresh new feel to the songs on these two great albums.
Absolutely. All right, well, there you go. Carl, thanks for the review, pal.
It's a pleasure.
Good to hear your voice. And, let's talk, and we'll meet up in January. We'll all go to the Spin Doctors.
Sounds great. Miss you, too.
Absolutely. Right back at you, pal. I'll talk to you soon.
Bye, Carl.
All right. Take care. Bye, Sally. Bye, Tony.
Carl Wooden, just back from England, fresh back from England just yesterday.
I wonder if he still gets bothered by jet lag. He travels so much. I wonder if
he's a professional. He doesn't.
He must just have to be used to it by now. It's not like he just gets on a plane and flies an hour. Like, he goes all over the place.
And that was cool. I'm jealous. He got to go see. Elio. But that's cool. I'm glad we got a little report there. That's nice. Andrew Plajanos said that asked if there was a video of paint drying, but it got good at the end. Is he talking about the bat video?
I don't know.
Or is he talking about our show?
Probably.
I was all prepared to talk to a guest today. I have all sorts of notes and no guest.
Have you ever had jet lag?
I think I had jet lag when we went to England.
Yeah.
When we got there. But then when we came back, I was fine. I think you had it when we came back.
I think I was just exhausted going there because the flight was one of those 11 o'clock at night, all through the night type of flights. And
right.
I don't really sleep on planes, so I think I was just exhausted.
And we did a lot of running around
from
on
the
that
whole
trip.
day.
Yeah. The whole trip was nothing but running around.
Yeah.
So Carl said that Neil's pass, the one free pass, is Sandra Bullock. Do you have a pass? Have we talked about having a free pass?
What does a pass mean? He doesn't mean that, a pass means he could.
Yeah, your celebrity crush.
Have a celebrity crush from afar. It's not a pass where, you could go sleep with Sandra Bullock.
Well, I mean, it's
just it's okay that you have a crush on.
Well, yeah, you're obviously
that's your pass.
You're
right?
obviously joking because what are the chances? I mean, Neil is like 1 in a million who actually got to meet his celebrity crush, but everybody talks about how they have, have that one free pass for that one celebrity.
I think if you live in L.A. or New York, I think that the chances of you actually meeting your celebrity, pass is a lot better than if you live in.
You're skipping the question there, Sally.
Well, Milwaukee or something like that. Don't you think? Because we've always wanted to meet Billy Joel, and then we did. So it's easy around this area.
Who's your celebrity crush, Sally? Who's your free pass?
Is mine? I don't know. I mean, you have probably a list. You've got Sheryl Crow.
I asked you the question
you got a
first.
Whole shitload.
I actually have a tie. No, it's just two people, but no.
Jodie
Foster and Sheryl Crow. Actually, I take that back. I think Sheryl Crow is just a couple of notches above Jodie Foster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what's the crush that you just he wants to I guess.
You have not answered my question, Sally. Don't start asking more questions.
Let me get the phone call.
Hi, Dennis.
Hey, it's me.
Oh, Tina. Hi. I thought you were Dennis.
Oh, no. I think Dennis is mad at you.
No, it shows that it just popped up that he was watching. That's why I thought the call was him.
Oh, hey, Dennis. Okay, so anyway, just got off the phone with your special guest for today.
Oh, okay.
She said she had a week from hell last week. She is so mortified, and she apologizes. She had forgotten to put it into her calendar, and oh, my God.
Okay.
So she said reach back out to her, and she feels absolutely horrible about it and apologizes very much to you guys.
And just so everyone knows, it's not Jessica Curson.
Yeah.
I should have, asked her if she wanted to do it over the telephone, but I didn't think about that. I think she wants
have her
to
come
come
up
in.
sometime.
And it's late now anyway. I mean, it's fine. But like I said, I feel bad. We're getting a lot of comments about how bored they are, and I mean, we had a nice call from Mark with Graz, but and I did. I guess it's a fault of mine. I came in a little unprepared, but But I was
But who thought?
right.
I thought
I was all
I thought
prepared
she'd
for a
be
guest.
right on it.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So
yeah.
I was all prepared
but
for a
she does
guest.
apologize. She feels absolutely horrible about it.
Right.
So reach back out to her after the show, and she said she promises she'll put it in her book. And I told her that the Italian mother in me will remind her, so she doesn't forget. Even if I have to go pick her up.
Yeah. How about
Thanks,
you?
Gina.
How was your weekend? You had to. What was the deal? You had to drive out to. Jack wanted to take you on the boat. Is that what it was?
He wanted to take the boat from the Babylon Slip to the house in Southampton, which means he's going to go through the ocean, which makes me a little bit nervous because I don't know if people don't know over here, it's the Great South Bay pretty much where we boat to Fire Island. It's a little safer than being in the ocean. And yesterday was absolutely horrible. So I looked at the sky. I'm like, I'm not going. I will get there before it starts to rain. Needless to say, it starts pouring. And I get the phone call, can you come pick me up? I'm not going to bring the boat back around in the rain. And he made fun of me because I was being difficult about going on the boat in the weather yesterday. And then,
I can see that.
I drive out there because he promises me he's going to bring me out to a nice steak place. So I drive out there, I pick him up. He wants to go through Shelter Island to get to the other fork. We pay $17 to get on the South Ferry. Now, if you've been to Shelter Island, it's like a 3-minute drive to get across the island to the North Ferry, and then you're on the other fork.
Right.
And it's another $17 to pay to get off the island. We get over, nice. We drive to the North Ferry. North Ferry is not running.
Oh,
so we
boy.
Turn around,
no.
pouring rain. We have to turn around, go back to the South Ferry, pay another $17 to get off the island because
Right.
there's nothing open on the island anymore. Drive back. I'm like, okay, so we're going to go to the Brooklyn Chop House in Southampton. That's where we're going. I called, are you open? Yes, we're open. I'm like, great. I put it into the GPS. We're driving around, can't find it. So I call again. It's a 631 number. I'm like, can you help us out? I have it in my GPS, but where are you guys located? So she tells me the street, the intersection, which right away I think is kind of strange because no one talks intersections on Long Island. And and then she says to me, right by Pace University, like by the bridge. Jack immediately punches me in the arm and says to me, it's in the frickin' city, not Southampton.
Right. Yeah. But you said it had a 631 number.
Seems that they closed the 631 location at the end of the season since it's in Southampton.
Oh, all right.
And they forward the phone to the New York number. So when she
Son of a
answered the
bitch.
phone the first time, she thought I was coming to her location in New York. I was looking for the location in Southampton.
And you said it was Pace?
Right by Pace University.
Oh, by
No,
Pace,
no,
right,
it was
right,
the
yeah,
Brooklyn,
Pace
It
University,
was the
right.
Brooklyn Chop House.
Jeez.
So at that point, it's like 9:30 at night. I hadn't eaten anything because I was running around to get him in the rain. And I was ready to just go to, like, Burger King or something. But we ended up at a place in Southampton that as soon as I sat down, I said to him, I don't know if I want to eat here. Like, you know how the old-fashioned places have little lamps off the side?
Yes.
And, you know, they were low. You could see them. They were all fuzzy with dust and crap, and it was disgusting.
Great.
Yeah, so it ended up being a really, really shitty 4 or 5 hours.
Yeah.
Sorry to hear
To
that.
just come home and find dog crap all over the house because we were gone so long.
Yeah.
Wow.
Dog poopy.
So, dog poopy. Yeah, they got little. They don't pee. They just kind of sometimes poop in the house if we're gone too long.
When you have to go. All right. Well,
Wow. All
thanks, Gina.
Yeah, Sally's like, whatever. Get off the phone. Maybe someone funnier will call.
All sorts of great news going on here today.
All right. Sorry about your guest, guys.
That's okay.
Thanks for the update.
Thanks. Bye.
All right, bye.
See ya. See, that's the running theme, though. Pace University, Elio Pace. It's all just
Yeah. It's
see
an
that full
Elio
circle.
Deb. All right, so back to this crush thing. Here's a question I have before I answer.
What? You asked questions
No,
already.
I didn't.
You did.
You didn't let me ask.
Right, because you didn't answer your question.
Because I have a question before I answer.
Oh, God almighty.
So back to Neil and his Sandra Bullock crush.
You have a crush on Neil.
Back to Neil and his Sandra Bullock crush. So does that mean that he just really appreciates her as an actress? Or do you want me to make fun of every time you stutter? I would be really careful right now.
Absolutely.
Okay. Like, does he feel like he is like, oh my God, she's my past because I want to bang her if I could? Or is it I just really like her as an actress?
There are way too many questions going on.
No, because it's important. Because like you really like Jodie Foster as an actress, but are you like attracted to her in like that way?
Well, right. That's the whole point of the crush. It's all, and that's the whole joke. It's all a physical thing. I mean, for me,
then I don't have one.
For me, no. But that's the thing. It doesn't.
I thought you meant who you'd want to meet.
Your criteria is totally up to you.
Oh, all right. Well, my like the person who I really like, but not in a I want to bang way, is I like Louis C.K. Like I like him as an actor and a comic, and like I know he's had some issues lately, but I just I think I'd like to meet him maybe. I don't know. But I don't know. I don't know if I'd want to meet him. Like, do you want to meet your people? Your list?
It's a very simple question.
It isn't though. Is it a crush, like a sexual crush? Then I don't know. But like celebrities that I
What would you like to What would you like to sit and talk to Louis C.K. about?
I think I just like he's someone that I just I've watched him on his sitcom, and I've seen his stand up, and he just is someone who I could just hang and like be like a friend or something, like that type of thing. Like I like him like that way. That I appreciate his humor. He's just really normal, and aside from the whole masturbation thing. Like I just
Andrew Plagianos, Oscar Pistorius, or Rick Allen. Maybe those would be the people you'd like to. She doesn't get it.
Yeah.
She doesn't get it. You don't get that, do you?
No.
Pistorius was the Olympic athlete without his legs, and Rick Allen is the one-legged drummer from Def Leppard.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't know their names. Yeah. Got it. I got it. I'm just asking you questions, but you're not getting to it.
You asked me questions?
Yeah, that was a whole big question.
I know, but
like your celebrity crushes, or you want to meet Sheryl Crow, or you're just wow, I'm really attracted to her.
It's different. It's different for everybody. Who's your celebrity crush? It can be based on looks, could be based on what they do, could be based on anything you want it to be.
Okay.
But it's a physical attraction.
Like explain Jodie Foster.
Jodie Foster is an actress.
Explain your crush with her.
Well, all right. For me personally, yes. Her talent has something to do with it. Yeah, I think she's an amazing actress.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, me too.
But I just looks wise, I think she's yeah. But like I said though, Sheryl Crow, I think it used to be Jodie Foster, but I think Sheryl has kind of beat her in the running.
Because like maybe Jodie Foster's getting older or something, or.
I think they're probably around the same age. Sheryl Crow is pushing 60. She's 50. She's in her mid to late 50s.
No way. Sheryl Crow's older than us?
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know that. Wow. She looks great.
I'm going to say she's 50.
We look
50,
awful.
I think she's 58, I think.
Wow.
Well, you have to remember, too. You see them on TV. There's all sorts of makeup and stuff going on.
I seriously thought she was in her high 40s.
I believe she's, I'm going to say 57, 58, something like that.
Wow. I don't know about my celebrity crush then.
You're killing me. Killing me. Well, we have a show this weekend. Come see us at the Brokerage, Governor's Comedy Club at the Brokerage. This Friday night, we're doing our... we didn't do any of our sponsors today.
Just talk about the October 25th one.
That's this Friday.
Yeah, but just talk about it. Talk about what, the murder mystery is like and, kind of get more into it.
Andrew Plagianos.
Plagianos.
Oh, my God. Winona Ryder for him ever since Beetlejuice. Really? That's an interesting choice. Yeah, we're doing our 1980s themed murder mystery this weekend. And Jodie Foster is a lesbian. So what? Well, again, I think Sheryl Crow beats her out. It's an 80s themed murder mystery show. We have a lot of fun at our murder mystery shows. High energy, music, dancing, lots of laughs. It's a great time. This particular show, it's a high school reunion show from the 80s. We're all dressed in our 80s outfits. We play music. Andrew, who's 57? Jodie Foster or Sheryl Crow? Or you? Or Winona Ryder? We play all sorts of music from the 80s references. Of course, there's a murder that happens 3/4 of the way through the show, and you guys in the audience get to solve the crime based on what you saw during the show. It's just a great time. We have your typical jock from the 80s. We have your nerd. We have your hot cheerleader. All sorts of fun animated characters. It's a great time. Knockem Dead Comedy, we've been around for a long time. I personally have been doing this type of theater for almost 25 years now. And we just have a great time. As you may have heard on Friday, we had a lady that called that saw us the night before, Thursday night, when we had 2 murder mysteries in the same night. A lady that was at our show, she called here on our show to tell us how much fun she had, and she's definitely going to bring us back next year for her function. It's just a great time. We really do have a blast. 2 hours of just a lot of laugh. It's a murder mystery, but it's more party atmosphere than anything else, and we really just have a great time. Eric is hysterical. Arguably, I'm going to say probably the top 3 performers we've ever had. I've worked with so many different people in this type of theater, whether it was my own company or people I worked for in the past. Eric is definitely within the top 3 performers. He is so funny in these shows. Sallie's in them sometimes, but she's always our stage manager.
Yeah, not this one. I'll be doing sound
person
and stuff.
But you'll be able to see her. You can look in the sound booth there and wave to her. She'll be behind the glass. But yeah, we have great people in it. Frank Fiala, who's a comedian, he's been in here in the studio with us a few times. He's going to be in the show with us on Friday. Some wonderful actresses: Linda Liebman, Linda Bartolomeo, Ali Zach.
Allie's fantastic.
Ali is great. Oh, Linda Bartolomeo is not in it. That's right. She's not in it this week.
It's Allie.
Linda Liebman, Ali, Zach, Frank Fiala, Eric, and myself. Kenny Shovlin, who was here with us last week, he is in the show. Wait till you see him. He's playing a Richard Simmons type character. Very, very funny. It's just going to be a great show. If you go on Facebook, we posted an event page for it. If you go to our radio show Facebook page, I believe the link is there. Or if you go to Knockem Dead Comedy's page, the link is definitely there to view the event page where there's videos and stuff. You know what? Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll find a video.
Yeah, and go and you can order tickets at
govs.com.
Yeah, govs.com.
govs.com.
Go to the brokerage site off of the governor's website, and you'll see us right away. And just order tickets right through there. It's only $22 a ticket, and do it. We could really use your help because it's a lot of tickets to sell this. It's a big room, but it's not an overwhelming room. It's a fun room, so everyone will have a really good time. There won't be any bad seats. That's the one thing that's great about any of the governor's properties. It's big enough but not too big, I think. What else?
I was looking for a good video to show. I don't know if this one's any good.
But if you don't know what to do for Halloween, it's a great thing to do because Halloween's the following week, so it's fun to get out.
Yeah, this particular show is a costume contest for the. It doesn't have to be 80s. It could be any costume contest any costume you want to wear. We're gonna have a costume contest, which is always fun. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna try and pop up this video. It's a scene from one of our 80s. Because we have a bunch of different murder mystery shows. We have a mobster show. We have a redneck wedding. We have a family reunion with a luau theme. An error occurred. Okay. It shows. All right. All right. Well, another problem we're having today. This is some show today.
Yeah. Sorry,
working?
guys.
Oh, this is working out here. Maybe. Oh, there we go.
It's great to see you all. Look who's here. Look who it is. Just like high school, so you walk right past me without looking at me. Some things never change. Oh! Hey! It's like twins. Oh.
Yeah, that movie Twins, right?
Which one's Arnold? Which one's Danny DeVito?
Forget about it.
Wow. What's that? Your baby cousin? All right. I got that when she said cousin, but thanks. Thanks. I appreciate you looking out for me.
Arnold! Arnold! What?
As you can see, this is a costume contest.
You saved my life. That's right. I thought that I knew what I wanted. I always thought that I knew. But I know what I want now. Arnold! I want you. I want you bad. You bad, 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 beautiful man. Oh, Arnold! Take me! Take me, Arnold! Oh, my God! Yes! 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 Yes!
The guy's dressed like a Dixie cup.
Yeah, we couldn't figure out. I remember that too. We couldn't figure out what he was.
So Andrew Plagione says Sheryl Crow is 57. Kenny Shevlin's celebrity crush is Jamie Lee Curtis.
Whose crush?
Kenny Shevlin.
Oh, really? Huh.
Oh, speaking of which, did I see somebody before say hi to Eric? Was he watching?
I don't know. No,
Oh.
I didn't see her.
Yeah, I didn't see his name either, but I haven't been watching the comments the whole time. See, it's all full of 80s music and costumes and craziness. This is all one family up there right now, and they all knew the words of Jesse's Girl. So, man and wife and their 3 boys.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't see any of the acting in this video.
Well, you're not supposed to. You're supposed to see the audience
yeah, because
interaction.
they don't want you guys to know the
That was beautiful, but I have a little issue here.
They don't want anyone to know any of the lines
18,
and stuff.
16, 21, 18. How the hell did you guys know the words of Jesse's Girl? What the hell?
Vinnie Mara. He was watching. I saw his name. See, we get the audience up to dance. There's all sorts of craziness and a good time all around.
Yeah, it really is fun. Please buy tickets because you'll have a blast.
Please buy
you really
tickets.
will. No, I think everyone will have a great time. They really see what we do.
$22. Go to govs.com for your tickets. Lots of great shows at all the governor's comedy clubs this week. But just come to ours. Dance contest.
These are just audience members. Like they're not like
the
actors.
What a difference it makes when you have an audience that's really into it.
Yeah, so, like, don't think this is, like, the acting staff. This is just people that bought tickets and are having a great time, you know?
Yeah, these guys don't even know each other.
They're having, what, a dance-off?
Yeah, dance-off, yeah.
Ooh.
Then we send Vinny Marin. Well, he's not in the show this weekend. But here comes Vinny with his Michael Jackson moves. Look at him. Look at him go.
Yeah, Vinny's a fantastic dancer. I know we've told you, but he's actually a ballet instructor.
We should bring Vinny in on Friday just to dance.
Yeah, right?
Lots of great stuff happening this weekend at, whoa, what is that? I don't know what that, oh, there's Jeff Dunham. So yeah, lots of great stuff happening this week at Governor's Comedy Clubs. Go to, I know Mike Keegan has a show. Hang on.
I mean, I could just turn off the TV because we're like almost done anyway, right? You don't need the TV for anything else, right?
Yeah, we're just about out of here. Yeah, lots of great shows. Mike Keegan has a show in the Little Room this weekend. The Han Show is playing Governor's tomorrow night. The Han Show here at Governor's tomorrow night. Governor's in Levittown. Andy Gross is here this weekend. Steve Schaefer is here in the Little Room at Governor's in Levittown. Aragona's Comedy. They're having a monster comedy bash with John Patera, Fat Jay, Jim Raya, Tony Melendez, Andrew Played Jonas, Plajanus, Emily Santosis, and more. That's Friday. They're competing with us, those sons of bitches. No, I'm kidding. Saturday, Mike Keegan presents Chrissy Mayer. The Brokerage this weekend. Don't forget, on Wednesday, Ismo is playing at the Brokerage. Ismo, if you guys recall, he was... he called into our show on Friday. He was a lot of fun. Great comedian. Very funny guy. He's playing Wednesday night at the Brokerage in Belmore. We're there Friday. Vic DiBattista is there on Saturday. McGuire's Friday night. Steve Schaefer. They're also having an open mic. Bob Levy is there on Saturday. Lots of great stuff going on. Go to govs.com for full schedule of Governors, ticket information, and more. And, of course, don't forget Knockem Dead Comedy. We're playing all over the place. Just go to knockemdeadcomedy.com to see our full schedule, information on who we are, what we do, and, of course, booking information. Today's show brought to you by Bella Vista Pizza, 154 Minetto Hill Road in Plainview, 516-433-4464. They deliver. They have the best food. Eric uses them all the time. So do a lot of our friends. Tell them Knockem Dead Comedy sent you. You get a free garlic knot. And, of course, Gina Congemi Coffin, Signature Premier Properties, 631-495-7696. Gina will sell your house so fast it'll make your head spin. And there you go. All right. Enjoy the rest of your day. I think Eric's back tomorrow. Oh, big show tomorrow. Big show tomorrow. The Uncle Louie Variety Show, they will be here with us, and I don't think they'll cancel on us tomorrow. So we'll be fully prepared. I have to start coming up with plan Bs, apparently. All right. Everybody have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow.